Welcome to GNN, Greater Syracuse Association of Realtors News Network. I'm your CEO, Lenore Fedko. Today's GNN is sponsored by AmeriQ Federal Credit Union, Paragon Home Loans, and Hinman, Howard & Cattell, LLP. Today, I'll be interviewing 2023 GSAR Charities of Choice from On Point for College, Sam Rouser, and from Francis House, we have Marianne Hankins. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. So, Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about On Point for College and what you do to help the students?
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me on today, and thank you for the support that we receive from you guys. It's just been a tremendous difference for our students. But what do we do? My name is Sam Rouser, as you stated. I'm the executive director of On Point for College, where we work with young people with a three-pillar approach. We work with students 17 and up. Our pillar one is access. So helping students getting access to college, helping them fill out paperwork, taking them on college tours, just introducing them to really whatever post-secondary opportunity they're interested in. So college is our primary, but if someone's interested in a skilled trade, we'll support them in that area too. And our second pillar is success. So lots of college access programs help them get in and then say good luck. Well, students need more than good luck sometimes. They need some support. They need someone to give them a ride to school. They need someone to help them buy a book. They need someone to help them buy some steel-toe boots. So there are other things that students need once they get in, and On Point is there with our second pillar to support that. And then our third pillar is career services. And career services is helping students with resumes, cover letters, and then most importantly to us, or one of the most important things, is making sure that a student has an opportunity for an internship. And sometimes, because our students are low income, first generation, sometimes they can't afford to take an unpaid internship. So what we do is, if a company has an unpaid internship, we tell them, you do the training, we'll do the paying. So we'll make sure that that student gets the financial resources they need to be able to take that internship and still have money when they go back to college.
So necessary for the growth of our community. And I love everything that you are all doing. Marianne, can you tell us about Francis House and all the things that you do to help families through difficult times?
Absolutely. And thank you for selecting Francis House. We are very pleased to be able to be a recipient of this funding, and it really makes a difference here at Francis House. Francis House is a home and an extended family for those people with terminal illness, so they can die with dignity, surrounded by the unconditional love of God. And we have 16 beds. And like I stated, it is for those with terminal illness with a pretty much a prognosis of 6 months or less. And we provide all the care. And we have hospice, who does the medical management piece of it. And we are there for the resident and their family members, so they have a very peaceful and compassionate and a very ending and transition to the next life. And we're there for not only the resident, but the family members. And with this funding that you provide for us, we do not get any state, local, or federal funding at all. We rely on the donations of the community. So it's so important that people know about Francis House. And we've been here for 32 years, going on 33 years. And Sister Kathleen Osbelt was the founder of Francis House, and really make sure that we continue this community service, because it is very needed in Onondaga County and throughout New York State.
I know that Francis House has touched the lives of many of our members, and most recently this year, we had a couple of members who really appreciated what Francis House did for their family and helping them through a very difficult time of their family's life. So that's wonderful. Sam, I'm going to turn back to you. Everyone wants to hear a success story. Do you have a success story that we can tell the members about?
Sure. We have so many success stories. You know, we've had over 10,000 young people in this community that have gone through the program of On Point for College. We have over 4,500 students that have graduated because of the support of this community. But you know, one gentleman, Dakir, he kind of stands out to me, because this was a young man. He had graduated from Nottingham, and when he talks about his story, he talks about never thinking that he would be that kid that would go to college. And he grew up in a really difficult situation. You know, he had three brothers that were younger than him, and his parents weren't really around. And so when he'd get out of school in the afternoon, just high school, him and his brothers would wander around the community trying to figure out how they were going to eat. And when he got connected with On Point, he tells a story that we connected him with one of our volunteers who drove him off to Morrisville to college, and he got there, and one of the things he didn't know how to do was cook, and how the volunteer drove up to Morrisville just to teach him how to cook chili. So now chili is one of his favorite meals, and he graduated from Morrisville, and he transferred to Lemoyne College, where we continued to work with him, and he was working in the computer science field. He ended up getting certification in coding, and now he's at Lockheed Martin. He has his first apartment, his first car, and he's just this whole different individual that is now giving back to the community because of what was given to him. And it's those kinds of individuals who, they start with nothing, literally, and now they, he talks about just being able to go into his apartment and turn his TV on and drive his car first in his life. And it's just a tremendous impact that programs like this have on young people in our community.
And I bet he knows how to cook more than chili.
Yeah, and if not, he can buy it now.
That's a good story, Sam. Thanks for sharing that. Marianne, do you have any, we wouldn't say success stories in your situation, but they really are success stories in helping families get through what is sometimes the most difficult time they will ever face in their lives. Do you have anything you want to say to that?
Absolutely. We have many, as you say, success stories, because they are successful, meaning that we're able to bring those that are in most need, that the family just doesn't know what else to do. Some people find out within a month that they have a terminal illness, and the family's like, well, what do I do? Where do I turn? And it's really working with those family members. We get referrals from all over, family members, doctors, the hospitals, just so many referrals. We have served over 4,000 residents and continue to serve. And we have over close to 200 referrals a year. So we have very many stories to tell. And one of them is when, and again, it is those in most need. We received a phone call. So when we receive a phone call, one of our nurses goes out and does an assessment on one of a family member with the resident in the family. And when this nurse got to the house, she found out that this person never had a bed. They were sleeping on the floor and terminally ill, and didn't have just friends to care for them. So we again assessed, and we obviously saw the most need there. And this person was able to come to Francis House and have their own bed, and they were just so grateful. And that's what it's really all about. Or we have others that, again, like I said, they just find out and the family doesn't know, and we have to walk through that with the family member and to help them. So it's not just bringing the resident into Francis House, because we only have 16 beds, and it's also working with the families that may be able to still have that family member at home, but be able to help them with the resources that they have as well too. So having the staff here to help the community, because the community gives back so much to us, that it's just, the stories are just amazing, and the families are so grateful to be able to be there, to be a family member, and not have to worry about the care, because we provide all the care.
It's amazing work. So Sam, is there anything you'd like to add?
Laura, first, I just like to thank Marianne for the work that they do at Francis House. That really is yeoman's work that they're doing over there, and it's much appreciated in our community. And what I share to the rest of the community is at this present time, On Point is in our end of the year giving, and John Ben Snow has been gracious enough to offer us a match for any new donor or increased donor. So if you've donated before and you increase some, it'll be matched. If you've never donated before and you make a donation, it will be matched. So I'd like to give that as an offering to anyone that's considering donating to On Point, and say thank you, thank you, thank you for always keeping it on point.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sam. Well, I'd like to thank you both for coming on the show today. The information that you're sharing with our members will help them to take a look at their own situations and think about donating during this holiday season. It's been a hard year for some, and we want to be able to help with the causes that you both serve. So thank you for what you do for the organizations that you serve, because you're very passionate, both of you, about what you're doing. So GSAR members, please go into your member portal. There are 2 buttons there that you can choose to donate to, one or both. And we hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Please stay safe. Thank you for tuning in to GNN, Greater Syracuse Association of Realtors News Network.